Hello everyone, this is llllll, and tonight I'm playing Starcraft 2. And if you don't know what Starcraft 2 is, it's a game made by Blizzard, and it's American made. I've been playing it since I was a kid, since the early 2000s. And when did I start? Actually, I think I started in 2002. I think that's a good estimate. I was 10 approximately when I tried this. Alright. So you're going to see a silver 3 player defeating a diamond player. Believe it or not, I see this as an accomplishment. I don't play this game that often, hence the low ranking, I guess. But I believe in APM. I think that APM is a huge indicator of how well I'm performing for that matchup. That is like the main way in order to ensure that I'm even able to play. Now I understand that EPM is also a big factor in determining how well a person is performing that day. Speed is it's pretty huge, but what else is really huge is having a solid plan in order to defeat other units. So you can be fast, but I mean, a lot of diamond players, now don't get me wrong, diamond players are really good. Perhaps I just got lucky for this round, but defeating diamond player, I mean, it's difficult because like these so-called diamond players were only having an APM of 55, right? So perhaps they are good. I'll admit 55 is excellent speed, I'd say. In fact, 75 is it's for very hard computers, more or less. But these smaller troops, some people, I guess, they don't like to win with airships, because it's so late game. So they stick to building ground forces, and then they work their way up. So this matchup was pretty challenging, I'd say, because I am against a diamond player, right? And he's disguised himself as a bronze player, but there's no way you can hide 131 APM and say, you know what I mean? Like the effect. I don't really know what the EPM of this guy was, but I know that effective actions per minute would be EPM. He could have had 75 and mine could have been 64, but from what I understand, battle cruisers are more effective against Marines, and maybe some people would find it to be cheating, to use battle cruisers as Terran. I don't know, people think that Terran battle cruisers are just OP or what, but it's not like I couldn't beat other players with battle cruisers before. It does happen.
Our allies are being attacked.
I'm not even sure if this is a real diamond matchup, to be honest. It's so confusing. Like, how could someone be so fast and be bronze? It just doesn't make sense. He had the second highest score out of this entire team of so-called diamond players. Like, are they really diamond? 55 APM is pretty good. I admit 55 APM is pretty decent, but that's like average. 130 APM. Like, honestly, 55 is what I expect most players to be able to do. And that is basically silver. That's real silver right there. And the 131, that's a diamond level player, okay? That's a diamond level player for sure. But the strategy is, I think he's trying to overwhelm a player with absolute action, right? And he's doing basically 131 APM. So actions per minute is very high. With llll, that's his name. But I think the goal of trying to overwhelm me using ground troops when I'm going for battle cruisers is gonna be ineffective unless he happens to spawn into my base and destroy me using those dropping pads. But this time around, I have a lot of defenses, and I'm prepared in order to stop those dropships because I know of the threat already. And so I'm trying to create a perimeter over here to stop them. Now, at first, he was able to get in and, start picking off some of my team. But you'll see. It's not so simple after all. Take a look at, this is APM right now. You can see he's at 104 right now, actions per minute. So he certainly has the advantage in terms of being able to build something in order to attack. So those actions are pretty good, and my actions are at just, what is that? I think that's either 57 or 67. I can barely see. Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix that. I think it's just at 55 right now. So I'm going at an average pace at 55. 55 is a very average pace for sure. And I kind of want to see the EPM really bad, to be honest. I'm quite curious. Yep, at this point, I was just focusing on counterattacking. And there it is. Good thing I had some help, but those marauders actually would have made the difference. I did have a couple of missile turrets, I think, as well, but I was pretty much relying on my teammates to back me up there, and then I started building defense as well. Because I know he's going to do that again eventually, just to see if he can block me. And I'm preparing for that ahead of time. Meanwhile, I have my ground troops that finally got back over to the base. They were just trained right there, and I decided to attack with that. I decided not to chase at that point because I was concerned about certain structures. As you can see, this is when he had achieved 131 APM. You can see it kind of flickering there at 131. So he is mass producing with all the structures, troops. I think his strategy was to just consume all the resources and try to overwhelm with just Marines. Unfortunately, that strategy is just not going to work against mass battle cruisers, which is what I like to go for Terran, because they're OP as hell. And I know it. This time, my strategy is to mass a bunch of those scanners together, and to conserve my warping so that I can defend my base as well. If for whatever reason he had those dropships and he was just waiting for me to warp over to somewhere and waste my warp, he could potentially deal some damage to some of those structures before those battle cruisers are able to get back to the base. So I have to be very careful about how I utilize that particular army. But battle cruisers are just super broken. They can honestly defeat like anything. I'm very proficient at using them with the Yamato cannon, and I have them fully upgraded this time. Unlike last time when I was stuck at 55 APM. Once I get to about 75 APM, I get a little bit more dangerous because my effective actions are what matters, right? So if my actions per minute are at least 75, then my effective actions are going to be at least 80% of that. So in this case, it was 64 effective actions per minute. And I'm not sure if the opponent had effective actions similar or not, but they had like over 300 troops destroyed. And yeah, I had a lot of kills, to be honest. I had a lot of kills because battlecruisers are effective against Marines. Now, I don't know if this person is actually a diamond player or not, but I know that there was diamond players inside of the matchup. They just didn't have the score that really makes me convinced that they're real diamonds. I don't know if like that party is just all robots. I basically defeated an army of robots. That's what I think happened. It's complicated. I don't know if anyone's ever played this player, but this player basically like he's good, but it's like, it's really weird. I don't know why. It's just so weird. It's like a weird matchup, like knowing that you're battling diamond players, but then their APM's only 55. Is that because of like I have no idea. It's because of they're partying or something in order to like ensure that they get a good team, or I have no idea like if this is real or not. Like, did I really just defeat a diamond level party, or did I get lucky? What happened exactly? I'm not even sure how I won this, but I'm pretty happy about it. I had like a bunch of fake diamond players, I guess, in this. I don't even know how they faked it, to be honest, but I beat them all, so I'm happy. You know, I guess that works in my favor. I think that the average APM in the end for actually, that doesn't even matter.
Mineral field.
So here's the APM. It's at, he's doing 300 right now. So as you can see here with current, he's certainly building more troops. What kind of troops, you might ask? I'm not sure. Probably whatever, right? We'll see.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser exhausted.
I'm honestly unsure why they didn't build anti-air. I think he's just trying to destroy my buildings or something like that. But I have defenses. I have a lot of tanks. I have like 4 tanks, which is more than enough to deal some damage. I know they're not even upgraded, but they're still tanks in siege mode. It's gonna deal some damage. I don't care if they're upgraded or not.
Research complete.
Yep. Certainly getting tired. Look at that. Yeah. See, this is just 3 command centers grouped up together. So basically, I just hotkeyed all of them in one. And honestly, I like it. I like it way more because it makes it so much simpler. You just press 1 and it's done. Then you just spam like, I don't know, like a dozen of these like robots out of nowhere to just collect minerals. So I'm flying by. Let's say I'm in a war where it's difficult to build a base real quick and I just want to get some minerals real fast, I can just send over the robots and they'll just collect all these minerals for me, no problem.
Base is under attack.
Or perhaps I'm in a war with ghosts. I have multiple scans that I can use, not just one. And also with them grouped together like that, I guess it would be vulnerable, but at least I know what I'm protecting. So if I decide to warp all of my troops to one area, done. I can do that. So that actually works in my favor in a sense. Yeah, they know where I'm at, but the fact that I can just warp whenever is a pretty big advantage. As long as I have something to kind of slow them down, it's perfect, actually. Yeah, I just like to build bases constantly. It's like my way of dissing someone after I destroyed their base. I just put my own base like right there to replace theirs. So my APM now is at 75. But you can see there's like over 200 in certain moments because I have the structures hotkeyed. So in order to get what I have at least 6 starports in order to get this. I actually thought that my APM would have been slower because I only had 6 of the starports this time. So I would have thought, wow, my APM should have went down because I had 7 last time and I only had 55. But as it turns out, my APM was 75, and yeah, I mean, I guess I could have did better. This is pretty much GG. It's pretty much just like a game of hide and go seek. I hope you like this. Like, subscribe if you did. Battlecruisers are OP for Terran, that's for sure. Especially if you get your APM up. If you get your actions per minute up to at least 75 and you go with battlecruisers, it's honestly a pretty good way to win. I beat diamond players like this, so hey, it must work, right? Now, it's kind of cheese though. It might be better once I get faster to just try something else. As my APM goes up, I might actually try like using marines and dropships and stuff in order to win. But we'll see.
Mineral field depleted.